What is good, guys? It is Cole's Garage here, back at it with another video. In today's video, we are going to be discussing what it is like to daily drive a tuned 2021 Camry. And let's get a walkthrough of the car and we'll get right into it. As y'all can tell, it is a very rainy, wet day outside. It's been raining here in Texas like fucking non-stop the past week or two. So the car is very dirty. Obviously, I'm not gonna wash it if it's gonna rain the next day. But yeah, don't mind all that. But still out here getting that grind, getting the video in. Know I'm a little late with this post, but I mean, it's getting to you now, better now than later, so. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. All right, so getting into the video, I'll do y'all a little interior show. Y'all have already seen it. I do have my car is pretty dirty, as you can tell. Hence, it's my daily driver. But anyways, the Mana, I always love the moonroof when it's raining. Just seeing all the drops, it's actually pretty sick. But anyways, let's get into the video. Really, I'm just going to be discussing the pros and the cons of what I like about daily driving my Camry. It is tuned. I do have intake, MagnaFlow catback exhaust system, and the D3 performance tune. As far as performance, that's as far as it goes. I mean, I'm lowered, better wheels, tires, that's about it. But yeah, honestly, let's start with the pros. The first thing that I do really like about the car is it's, even when you're not driving fast, like when you're still in normal mode, the car picks up really well. Even with it not being turbo, I still think the car is really easy to not drive fast. I've mentioned this in past videos, but I've owned 5 cars, and I've never in any of the cars I've had until this one do I actually truly enjoy driving the car slow. And I don't know what it is. It's probably just the car has really comfortable leather seats, and it's a very nice looking interior for a Camry. But I don't know if it's that, or if the car just rides exceptionally well, which it definitely doesn't ride as well after lowering it and getting new tires. As I mean, obviously, the car will ride better stock. It will just ride, it just pretty much is a cloud over all the bumps. And I don't want it, like, I like that suspension, but I drive this car sporty here and there as my daily, so I like having this sport lowered suspension. But yeah, I would say the first pro is I like that you can toss it around in turns still really, and, you know, pick up speed really quick without having to fully rev it out. Like, you can just kind of cruise and chill with the car, and it's a really fun car to still drive regardless if you're going fast or not. Yeah, so that's going to be the first. The second, I would say, is definitely all the features. So mine is the fully loaded package besides the cold weather package. That's what it is. And all the cold weather package is you just get the heated steering wheel. And I live in San Antonio, Texas, so there's really no fucking point of that. It's like maybe useful like a couple weeks of the year at most. So, I mean, it might have been a little bit more useful this year because this winter, there's been a lot of cold days, like really cold days, a lot colder than it should be here. But yeah, different subject we're talking about. But yeah, I mean, I like all the amenities that I have. I mean, heated seats and ventilated seats. You do get the ventilated seats with the 2021 Plus Camry. So if you get the refurbished model and the XSE, of course, you do get the ventilated seats. And I really, like I said earlier, just looking up at the moonroof, even when wet days like this and you can't see anything and it's just like drops, it just looks really cool. It's very nice to look at. And I'm sitting around idling a lot, so, you know, I just like looking around. It's a cool thing to look at it for sure. And the sound system that I do have 2 JL10s. They are W3s, so they definitely pack a punch. But yeah, I mean, all my amenities, the subs and all the features definitely makes this car very livable. Like, you honestly, like, I could live in this car. Like, it's that nice. Honestly, the last thing is probably the gas mileage. The gas mileage did get a little bit worse when I tuned the car. Like, not much though. It's like reasonably, it's like at max 2 to 1 mpgs worse on average. Like, the same, I do a test to test my gas mileage is from exactly the same. I do the same drive from work to home. So I do that driving as slow and most economic way possible, and I see what I get. And before I did anything to the car, I could get like, it is like pretty much half city streets, half highway drive, the home, from home or from work back to home. So it's really easy, really fair, even way to distribute your gas mileage for me, is because it's pretty much highway 50-50 with both. And I normally, before I got tuned, was around 29 to like 30 that I could get. And now since I've gotten it tuned, it's more like 27, 26. So it's not the worst. Like, that's still really good gas mileage for highway and city driving, getting like 26. And so, I mean, yeah, that's probably going to be the third and final reason of the pros that I really like. And let's get into some of the cons. Now, the first thing is, here, we'll get out and show y'all this. The first thing, since I got new tires, I did go ahead and upgrade from 245s to 235s with the extra power that I was making, I really need to figure out how to keep this in place, man. This fender clip just keeps coming undone, and I clip it back in, but then it just comes back out. But anyways, I do have some rubbing. You can't see it, but it's like right there. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it, but you can see where it's rubbing. And the rubbing has actually kind of stopped. I just rubbed it away because it's on a spot where it's not doing any damage, and it's really not even doing anything to the tire. So it's really just a pointless rub. It doesn't do it as much anymore, but whenever I go over bumps and stuff, the car will bottom out quite a bit. So that's definitely going to be the first con, is that it just does not go over bumps that well anymore. It just really doesn't. And I mean, it's not that I'm opposed to that. I like it, you know. It's the kind of the point in what's going to happen when you lower the car, but it's definitely not as comfortable as it was stock, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't want to be out there any longer because it is actually pretty cold, and I'm not in the white. As you can tell, I'm in my fucking PJs still. But anyways, that's gonna be the first con. The second, probably gonna have to say that the car is, it's not fast, okay? It is a Camry. You know, I've tuned it to make it more fun to drive. I did not tune the car to make it fast, to go beat 5.0s, go beat ZR1s, or even just normal Corvettes. That's not what I'm doing in this car. This car is my daily. I do the races and record them for fun. It's all just to see what a Camry can do. I know it's not fast. I'm not saying I'm fast, but I just wish that it was, I don't even wish that it was faster. I just wish that it was turbocharged. Because if it was turbocharged, it would make being able to have fun at low RPMs so much more easier. And that's the way I drive. I don't like taking my car over 4,000 RPMs. Like, I just don't. I don't really see the point. That's really where you get in the peak power of this car, is right when you get over like 4,000, 5,000 RPMs, this thing's making peak torque. So it is kind of annoying that if you want to drive the car on like cruising speeds and don't take the RPMs, in a turbocharged car, you could get a lot of that torque down low still and still have a bunch of fun, like in the aspect of going fast in a short distance, if y'all understand what I mean by that, which I think you do. But yeah, I just wish the car was turbocharged. Don't get me wrong, I love NA cars. I love how responsive they are. Like, if you're in second gear, like, there's no lag, all there is just go. Like, that's the one thing I do like about NA cars, is the responsiveness is unmatched. I mean, you get everything what you're asking for when the pedal and the steering when you want it. So I mean, you can't complain when it comes to that. But yeah, let's see. The last thing, do I even really have a last thing that I don't like? I don't even think I can really think of one, to be honest. I think it's really just got to be that it doesn't go over bumps well anymore. And what did I say? Shit, I don't even remember. But anyways, that's probably gonna be it, because I don't really have any other things that I have a gripe about the car. I really love this car for what it is. I mean, this is like the most perfect daily driver I could have asked for. It has a perfect sound system. It's fast enough for me to enjoy. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get one last walkthrough of the car for y'all. And yeah, that'll do it. I'll get the outro for you after this walkthrough of my dirty ass car. All right, that is gonna do it for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed hearing what I had to say about the Camry and what it is like daily driving the tuned Camry. And yeah, y'all have a good rest of your week, good rest of your day, whatever it is, and take care.